Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 11 previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders, and this game will take place down in Houston. And certainly the Texans, 2-7 now after starting off the season 2-0, have lost 7 straight. They lost last week to the Arizona Cardinals 27-24. On the flip side, the Raiders sort of going through a little bit of a swoon themselves. They sit at 3-6 after a loss last week at New York to the Giants 24-20. And you look at Oakland first, and the problem I have with Oakland is it seems like every week their offense gets worse and worse. And I think what's happening is you're seeing a little bit of a book being developed on Terrell Pryor and this Raiders offense. And I think it comes as a result of a roughshod offensive line with a lot of moving pieces, a lot of guys hurt throughout the year. And when you add on top of that a lack of weapons on the outside, you have Terrell Pryor basically being the focal point of every defense, especially when you haven't had a consistently healthy Darren McFadden all year. And you're seeing Pryor's numbers get worse as the season goes on, and you're seeing the productivity of the offense get worse. And when you have J.J. Watt and Antonio Smith and that Texans passing defense, which allows less than like 175 yards a game, which is ridiculous this day and age in the NFL. You have the remedy, I think, for a Raiders offense that is going to be stymied in this game, to say the least. And on the defensive side of the ball for the Raiders, they do horribly what Houston does do good on offense. And that's with Case Keenum, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions since becoming the starter. He's good, as we know, throwing the ball down the field, whether it be to Hopkins, whether it be to obviously Andre Johnson. Okay? And we saw what happened a couple weeks ago when the Raiders played another team that likes to throw the ball down the field in the Philadelphia Eagles, and the massacre that occurred because of that. And I think very much some similar things are going to go on here this week. I think the Texans are going to be, it's hard to put a number of points on this or how it affects the team, but I think to see Gary Kubiak come back to work, I think is going to be a lift for this team, certainly, no matter what his role is this week, whether he's coaching on the field or just helping them prepare the game plan. I think that'll be a lift for them, certainly. You get Wade Phillips able to zero in more on the defensive side of the ball, and I think come up with a game plan again to totally thwart this Raiders team. Outside of some weird plays, some kick returns, some interceptions by Keenum, which I don't see because he hasn't thrown any yet. But returns for touchdowns, things of this nature, long prior touchdown runs like he had against Pittsburgh, again, which I don't see coming against Houston here on the road. Outside of that, I don't see the Oakland really hanging in this game because I still like that Houston defense. I like the Kubiak influence here, galvanizing the team. And look, they got a lot of guys playing for their spots. I mean, certainly Ben Tate's still auditioning for other teams. You have Keenum trying to keep the job. You have Gary Kubiak trying to keep his job long-term as well. I think that this Houston team does not go in the tank. I don't think guys like J.J. Watt and, Dwayne Brown and these guys, I don't think they're going to let that happen. So I like Houston minus 6.5 at home versus Oakland this week. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week, always talking the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.